Howdy folks, thank you for tuning in, and today I'm going to have a quick look at the Viking Ventura 8x25 binoculars. Don't see many, if any, reviews about these online on the interweb, so I thought, well, here goes, I'll change that. Before we come on to them, quick look at the case, because I think, depending on which batch you buy from, they may be different. Some may be your standard nylon case, and this is like a pouch, which I like, because you can fold that up, put it in your pocket when it's not needed. How cool is that? The strap is a nice padded strap here with a quick release, and the lens caps are the same size, or all of them, so they fit on any corner of the binocular you want, which is handy. So straight out the box, these feel a nice and solid binocular in the mid-price range, and despite that they're only 305 grams, so very nicely put together in a lightweight chassis. They are fully multi-coated optics, nitrogen gas filled, and dielectric coated prisms. And as a lot of people have found out that come to our optics weekends, you know, ED glass isn't the be all and end all. Sometimes, and as in this case, quality dielectric coated prisms can often give better results than some ED binoculars with silver coated prisms. Take my word for it on that. But anyway, these give a field of view of 6.3 degrees, and that may, and I know it has done, it puts a few people off before they've even looked through them. But similar to the Viking Peregrine binoculars, the 8x42s, which also have quite a narrow field of view compared to others in the same price range, that's where the downside ends. When you look through them, the view that you get is incredibly sharp, and it remains so out to around about the outer 20%, where there's just a little bit of fall off. And believe me, there are some binoculars that boast wider field of view, but maybe the outer 60% is hardly worth looking at because it's so blurred. So I would much rather have a quality view with a narrow field rather than a wide angle where the outer edges are so blurred it's almost a waste of space. And so even though they're not ED glass, the levels of chromatic aberration are extremely low, and like in the sweet spot in the centre, 50%, there's virtually none whatsoever. And that even as you go out towards the edges, that there is a little bit of colour fringing on high contrast subjects, but very, very low levels. And if you're not sure, if you're not used to binoculars, you'll probably not even notice it. And talking about the edge of field view, when you're looking at straight edges, there is very, very little amounts of pincushion distortion. So your lines are very, very straight. So, and the internal baffling with these is incredible. So you get really dark edges. So, and you'll find with that 6.3 degrees field of view, although you haven't got that larger field, you do get what you could describe as a more intimate experience looking at whatever wildlife you're looking at, because you're looking at it and not so much the surrounding areas that might be distracting. One thing I noticed that with this set, I don't know if it's this one particular set or they're all like this, it's not the smoothest focuser in the world, but believe me, that is a minor gripe. And the diopter adjustment also a little bit stiff to use, but that's a good thing, because once you set it, it's set and it won't move. So you've got twist eye cups with 14mm or 14.5mm eye relief, so just about long enough for spectacle wearers, but by all means try a set to see if they are suited to glasses, wearing spectacles. When I tested them on close focus, it's quoted as 4 meters in the Viking booklet, but I found it closer to around about 2.5 meters close focus. It will require quite a few turns of the focus wheel to go from infinity to 2.5 meters, so be aware of that. But yeah, it's okay, the focus wheel, right? But not the smoothest you've ever used. But that is really being nitpicking like, and a very, very minor gripe. And with them being non-ED glass and also that 6.3 degrees field of view, for people who put the money where the mouth is, you could say, this weekend just gone at our optics weekend, and you're welcome to come along if you want to meet me one day. Two couples bought these binoculars, and one of the ones that they discarded and thought these were better were another well-known brand in this size that I sell quite a lot of, and they were ED glass. So it just shows you again the quality of dielectric coated prisms against some ED glass binoculars can give you better results. You might get a little bit more false colour, but the image and the contrast and the brightness can be a lot better. Trying to think. So yeah, very, very nicely put together binoculars. Very easy to handle and use. They are the single hinge design. Some people find double hinge binoculars a little bit fidgety to align with their eyes, and so this does make them very user friendly. So I hope that helps and gives you a quick look around the Viking Ventura 8x25 binoculars. Thank you very much as always for watching, and please check out a link in the description below.